Good evening, designers, and welcome to episode 45 of Game of Rugs. Today we are mostly going to be looking, I suspect, at terrible results. I mean, I don't know what I have done to piss off the design home gods, but I think I did something, because yesterday when I was recording the beginning of the unboxing video, my cumulative score at the top of the screen was a 4.70. And now, I would just like to say, the highest, I think it's the highest it's ever been. I was for one brief and shining moment at a 4.71. Regardless, that kind of differential doesn't matter at this point because now it's a 4.5, which I only care about because looking at that is the indicator I have of what my scores are going to be like since I open them with you guys. And what the scores are going to be like is trash. So let's jump right in and look at some of my trash rooms, shall we? Would you like to start at the beginning of the trash pile or the end of the trash pile? Oh, let's start at the end of the trash pile. That's not so trashy, which is terrifying because it means we're going to have a lot of scores that are a lot lower than this. I saw loads of this room. They were all very blue. All those people, yeah, so we have a theme going on here. There's like a bingo cross in the middle of this grid of that color. Are we calling that turquoise? And then there's teal, and then there's one pink. And these people also used the rug that I used. I actually tried to do this color, but I didn't have the art because I submitted before the limited edition things were out. So, okay. And that brought us to a 4.69. I swear this only pops up when I'm talking to you guys. It only bothers me when I'm filling. Okay, well this did not do very well, but that's okay because I didn't think it was going to do very well. This challenge wanted 3 velvet burgundy items, and I did not think I was going to put together an attractive high-scoring room. On the other hand, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how anybody else was able to put together an attractive high-scoring room. Did these people have different criteria than I did? Do I not remember the criteria correctly? Okay. Well, the reality streams have diverged, or I'm not remembering the criteria correctly. I actually like this room. This person did a super job. This person deserves their 5. Good job. Who was that? It was a numeric designer. We should just change that to congratulations, generic designer, or default generic designer. Good job. This is nice too. There are some nice entries in here. A lot of very neutral rooms, but it's the rooms that are neutral with the color pop that work really well. Oh, and there's some green, which is nice to see. Somebody held on to their deco. It is a room that lends itself to deco. It must be said, I used my deco, but fine, nobody loves me. Fine. Talk of teal. I did, guys, can we please for a moment recognize and embrace the irony of my getting a 4.83 and loving a room that is called Talks of Teal. I think this room did well because I ignored the teal part. I actually really like that room, and I know that it's a weird thing, but it's almost a midnight blue. If you can imagine a shade even darker than that, I know somebody who used to paint his bedroom that color in every apartment he lived in, and by paint his bedroom, I mean exactly like this, paint the walls and the ceiling. It was very cozy. Oops, sorry. So we have lots of black and white. Love these topiaries. When do I get those? Level 40. Well, that's worth living for. Really nice, I guess. I'm not sure about yellow and teal, guys, but okay. Life is just miserable. And it just got more miserable. Okay, I did do this room to get the money, so that's okay. Alright. Gonna cop onto reality here. I'm surprised this room got over a 4 at all. I didn't put any plants down. I didn't even put a piece of art in the hall. Do you know what this score is? The score is lucky. So shush. Shush me. That's very nice. That end table at the side table at the end of the couch is nice. There's a lot of yellow. I guess the yellow stuff had just come out here. Oh, I really like that. This person used this rug that, dear Lord, do I struggle with this rug. The rug struggle with that one is real, but that person also used these Our House chairs that most of us won recently. They are delicious. Like if that were an ice cream flavor, I would eat all of it. Okay, let's be honest. There are no ice cream flavors I won't eat all of. I do love me some ice cream. But it's a very pretty chair. I'm not really sure about it with the pink couch and the Joybird chaise in the window, but that is such a pretty sofa. I mean, for $3,850, you'd want it to be attractive, but it is. It is. Alright, so there's just a lot of yellow and neutrals there. Rare Roanoke. Just maybe, see, I think the problem is that Roanoke knows how distressed I am by the gerrymandering of the voting districts in the great state of Virginia. And as retribution for my impure thoughts, it has given me a 3.88. It could also have something to do with the fact that I didn't put anything on the table, or it could have something to do with the fact that this room is bland as... I can't even think of anything as bland as this room is. Everything I can think of to say it's as bland as that is comparatively nicer. I did get rid of those chairs. Those are my last 2 chairs. So that's a good thing. And the only thing I didn't win is this lamp. So let's be honest here. If you're gonna bomb on a room, it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one to bomb on. Am I gonna like any of these, or is everything gonna make me cranky? Everything is making me cranky right now, and I'm just gonna tell you why. My gynecology team had an opening for tomorrow, so I took the slot, but I did not have time to get a pedicure, so I'm gonna have to go in there with naked, ugly toes. I mean, never mind the naked, ugly rest of me. It's the naked toes that are really distressing me. So I have that to look forward to in the morning. There you go. More than you really needed to know about me. Yeah, you know what, you guys? This room and I are just not BFFs, and we're never going to be BFFs. I don't like the room. I pretty much don't like anybody's decorating job, and I'm not a huge fan of Virginia. So this is going nowhere good very rapidly. Even this room, which is arguably my favorite, is I think it's better than the other top 5s that I'm looking at. But I don't think it's going to be, like, if there were an annual Academy Awards, I don't think it would be, like, a groundbreaking list maker. Alright, let's look at some country charm. I'm not charmed. This is not a charming score. Never mind that it's not a charming room. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. Maybe everybody else hates the thankful wall decoration. Mom art. Maybe other voters also object to mom art. I do not hate that. I don't hate that. Very bland. I mean, I love me a bland room. I actually really like this. Susie B, good job. What else do we have? I don't like this rug. I mean, obviously at this point of my life, I don't like, and it's not a fan and ice cream, but, yeah, no, that doesn't work for me. The rug's not working for me with all the yellow stuff. The other problem that I have, and I don't know if other people struggle with this as well, is that I love Design Home. Okay, I really like this room. Back to me. I love Design Home, and I get very excited when new challenges come out 6 times a day or 5 times a day or whatever it is. And if I can do the challenge, I rush to do it. And then because I feel like I need to keep my list clear and separated so that the only stuff sitting in my list that says design in progress is designs I'm actively working on but not ready to submit, or I use that list to help me keep organized of when I'm going to need to borrow stuff so that I can borrow on any day that I need to, and all my rooms are queued up like airplanes or whatever. So I generally only keep rooms in design in progress if I'm going to need to borrow for them. So I just submit everything when it's done to get it out of there. But the problem is that if Design Home comes up with a challenge at 9 o'clock on Monday morning and I submit that room, and on Wednesday at noon they come out with a limited edition pack, I have not decorated that Monday room with any of the results from with any of the items from the limited edition pack. So even if the room looks good, it's not going to score well because those scores, especially for voting, when the first rooms to be available to vote on that were able to use the limited edition stuff will do better. So this room is in the time-space continuum at somewhat of a disadvantage. I don't actually think it's that ugly, and it's not a thrilling room, and I get that, but I don't think that in a different time and place it would have scored a 4.12. On the other hand, this isn't using any of the new stuff either. Well, it's using a tiny amount of new stuff. Maybe I'm lying to myself to make myself feel better, but that would imply that I really cared, and all I want right now is gin and ice cream, so that's not so much true. It's a mystery. Life, you guys, it's just a mystery. I have some really ugly rooms in progress, I think. Like, this is what I mean. I don't want all the rooms that are finished and ready to go queued up in here. I want this one and this one queued up in here. So, this one's very weird, I think. Okay, it says these sisters love writing and illustrating their own storybooks, but I read it as 3 sisters love writing and illustrating their own storybooks. So I went to decorate this room, and I was like, oh my god, where's the third one? Like, is there a bad child and the child lives in this shed? Is this like The Room or something? Is it the middle child? Is it like the scapegoat child? I was completely freaked out by that until I went back and read it again, and I was like, oh, thank God, it's these sisters, not 3 sisters. So I presume there are only 2 of them, or 1 in our imaginary friend, but yeah, not 3. So that's not like a great room, but it's fine, and I can provide all the stuff for it, and I like money at this point. Style with 5 natural items. This is such a disaster. I'm not even going to submit that I have... just let's not even... I'm terrible at kids' rooms and outdoor rooms, and that's what we have 2 of in a row, so that's, like, I'm super psyched about that. I'm psyched about all of my truly atrocious scores. I am psyched about the rooms that are available. I'm psyched about the overall score that's available for me, which is a 4.50. And I'm super psyched about not having a new toenail polish on. So on that note of too much information, I'm going to leave you guys and wish you all a good evening, and B, a better score than I have. If you enjoyed this episode of Game of Rugs, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more episodes of Game of Rugs, I invite you to become a subscriber.